Hey everybody, it's Andrew Raffel coming at you live from our Bayntree Wealth Advisors office here in Scottsdale. And as always, got my trusted colleague Ruby here, and we got a lot of great feedback from our last video we did on Roth Conversions. So much though that there was a lot of questions. So what we wanted to do today is break down some of the common misconceptions with regards to Roth IRAs. Some of this we got from our good friends over at Ed Slott. And so let's dig into some common misconceptions on Roth IRAs. So number one, income limits. So this used to be an issue years ago, but right now doesn't matter how much money you earn, whether it's $0 or you earned $1 million, you can do a Roth conversion. Now, of course, the tax on what you're going to owe on the conversion is going to be based on income, but there is no income limit. Number two, inherited beneficiary IRAs. You inherit an IRA from mom, dad, a sister, or brother, you can 100% not convert that. So that's one that a lot of people confuse that, as well as they think they can commingle an inherited IRA with their own. That is not true. Number three, there is, and this is a big one, there's no limit, Ruby, right? No limit on how much you can convert. So when we think about adding money, new money to an IRA or a Roth IRA, there is a limit, $6,000 or $7,000. But in the scope of how much you want to convert, there's actually no limit. Now again, it comes down to how much pain you want to have, how much taxes you want to owe. You've got to be careful in regards to a lot of different other areas when you do a large Roth conversion. So a lot of times what we look at is maybe we should spread them out. And we've got some wonderful software called Holistiplan tied in with eMoney that allows us to help our clients and their CPAs know what it's going to cost them and try to find that sweet spot. Number four, there is no penalty on a Roth conversion regardless of age. So, this is something when we think about taking money out of an IRA, or in even cases a Roth, we all know that under 59 and a half, there's a 10% penalty. When you're doing a Roth conversion and you're doing it correctly, there is no penalty. So that's one that, I think a lot of people, if I'm taking money out of my IRA to move it to a Roth, I'm going to get penalized. You are not. And big piece there. Speaking of taxes, the other thing is, if let's say you're doing a $50,000 conversion, well, you are going to owe taxes on it. It may be at a marginal rate of 22%, it may be at 24%, it may be even higher, but you don't have to pay the tax when you do the conversion. You can pay the tax in March, April, whenever you file your taxes, right, Ruby? I know taxes doesn't really get her excited. She gets a little nervous when it comes to taxes. So let's sit back down. We got a little bit more to go here, but you can settle up when you file. Partial conversions are allowed. This is something, implementing a strategy of partial conversion specific to your situation can help manage that risk. So we talked about that, but again, it's not an all or nothing. You don't have to do the whole $250,000. You can break it up and maybe do it $30,000 a year over the course of 7 years or even longer. A Roth conversion timeline. So this is one, we're coming up on it. It's already here in December. You have to do a Roth conversion by the end of December 31st. If you did it in January, it's going to count to 2022. So that's an important piece. And we've lost Ruby. She went on the other side there. So we're going to finish up without her. I can focus better without her. For IRA owners taking lifetime required minimum distribution RMDs, they are older than 70 and a half or 72. Okay, so on that one, if you're taking your RMDs and you still want to do a Roth conversion, you can do that, but you have to take out your RMDs first. Okay, you got to take out your RMD first. The other thing with regards to conversions and how Roths work is the favorable ordering rules for distribution. So it doesn't matter how many Roth IRAs you have, you can withdraw the amount if something comes up. You can, the way it comes out, first comes out is the amount you've contributed. Okay, so it's first what you contributed and then it's any earnings. So So if you're under 59 and a half and you pull the whole thing out, you're going to get taxed on the earnings, even though it's a Roth, and you're going to most likely have a 10% penalty. And then just be careful. The last one is, right, Ruby, when we do Roth conversions, it's added to your adjusted gross income, and this can impact stealth taxes, such as the IRMAA penalty, or we call it a surcharge, I call it a penalty, and financial aid, and also how much of your Social Security is taxable. So when we do Roth conversions, a lot of good when we're looking at doing them, but you have to look at it as a puzzle. Try to put all those pieces together so that you make a good decision, or more importantly, that you're not surprised next year when you get a big tax bill that you weren't ready for, right? So if you have questions, we're here for you. We can help you understand if a Roth conversion is right for your overall financial well-being. The key is what's right for one isn't right for the other. Everybody's got their own story, but ultimately, we're here for you to make good decisions. So with that note, we're going to end it, and Ruby's going to say goodbye.